Right away?
I gotta get right.
Sorry.
Light on yet? Okay, so what are you doing over here?
Okay, so we're gonna go try to get ourselves in trouble right away. The aggressive cutter here.
Okay, so we already looked at the port. Big low spot. Has a big hump right here. You can see it's not there. You need to make that kind of round. I left a little bit of black line around my edge, but he can't because he has to cut it away here. But don't cut. You still want this black one on the outside here. That's why you don't clean your head real good right now, because you can see it.
See something, right?
Gives you a pattern. Okay, what's the other problem you're going to run into right now?
I'm undercut heavily here.
It's in your right. It's in your right hand. That's your problem.
Oh, this.
Yes. Which cutter is that?
This is the fast one.
That's the one that digs holes.
Yeah.
So why use the one that digs holes?
Let's use a different one, shall we?
Use a different one? Oh. You mean you might use number 3 instead of number 2? So remember headlights laid out, remember? This is the one that's going to get you in trouble. These two here are the ones you want to concentrate on because these have a larger radius on them. Less chance of getting in trouble with large radiuses.
This one cuts and this one is more fine, right?
Right, so why don't you this one?
Alright, let's get a feel.
You got it.
Alright.
So don't worry about the big hump there. Work down here a little bit.
Okay. More just kind of touching to get some of that.
Just like I did, you got to start an angle. You got to pick the angle of attack that's going to get you from here to here at the right angle. Understand?
We're trying to take this, right?
Yeah, it's all about the angle. You don't want to dig into the front. Okay, so where are you cutting right now? First cut.
Well, I haven't cut much, but I'm touching here.
You should only be cutting here because that's what we're trying to cut. We're not trying to cut down there.
Right.
As soon as you see a cut down there, stop. So the first thing you did, you flattened your angle out like that, and you cut right to the edge. You started to come down this edge, so.
So you want to be steeper?
Why did you change your angle from this to this all of a sudden? Do you even know you did it?
I didn't catch it.
Oh, you did. You dropped it 10 degrees. That's too much of an angle there because that's digging in. What are you grinding on the top for?
Just trying to take this right here, right?
Well, you're trying to get the bottom angle figured out right now. Okay, got an idea what you're feeling now?
Okay.
Did you dig in down the bottom yet?
Nope.
No holes down there yet?
Nope.
No permanent mass.
Starting to smooth that little.
Well, I can see where you kissed it once, but then you pulled away. Okay, let's try the aggressive one. Now let's turn the head up a little bit higher. Let's work on this hump a little bit, but stay off this whole wall.
Okay. Don't
stay off this radius right here too.
Okay.
So maybe go back just a little bit on that angle here.
Okay.
Right there, but see, it's not going to want to stay there because it's got the board sliding. So slide the board all the way against the edge.
Right.
There we go. Now it won't move no more. Now it's just a matter of this one's moving. Okay, so concentrate a little bit on the hump here, but you still got a lot to grind down here. But nothing
above here.
from my finger up. Don't cut a damn thing.
Okay.
What did I tell you not to do?
Cut above here.
And where'd you just cut?
Just touch it right there.
No, you were grinding it. You moved that cutter right up that hill. Instantly. You got on the other side of that hump and you just kept pouring into it.
Okay.
I saw it as soon as you did it. So now you cut that in there we did not want to cut.
Okay.
That was the final finishing area. We'd get up into that area and you just cut it away.
Okay.
I told you I can't fix when you cut shit out. So stay down the bottom.
Okay.
Don't go sideways.
All right.
When I say don't go sideways, what that mean?
Don't
go sideways.
Okay.
That means stay here and go down.
Okay.
Here, down, not go like that. You went like that.
Okay.
See where that cutter's at right now? That's where you were cut.
Okay.
That's why it cut a hump right there.
Right here. Okay.
You were on the other side of the hump because you're laying on the hump.
Okay.
The hump at the back. And you're cutting the low spot. We want to cut the hump away, not the low spot. Don't cut here. We're trying to cut up here.
Okay.
Of course, my camera's down here, not looking. So basically, this is the high spot he's trying to cut, and he was over here. Because it just rolls down and just picks a nice spot right there, and he's going like this. You need to be on this high spot. So,
Okay.
all right. Try it again. Why are you going in so deep? You got this cutter completely past the edge of where you're trying to cut.
Okay.
See how this cutter's made?
Yeah.
See how this is ground back? See how big chamfer it's put in there? I
Yeah.
put that in there so it won't dig in.
Okay.
Okay, so when you cut more than from here, you go off, it doesn't do anything. You're way the hell up to here.
Okay.
So you're cutting way, way down in that hole. So you want to keep the cutter no more than here.
Okay.
Don't cut like you were here over here. Stay out here. So it feels different when you stay on the cutter?
Yep.
Feel it's getting more rounded as you do that?
Yeah.
You can feel the hump going away? You gotta look at your progress out here to see where you still need to cut. You can't grind like that. You're grabbing this like you're bear hugging this thing with two hands. You gotta move your whole hands to move
So
things.
it's underneath, right? Like
It's about your 3-pod pivot. It's on a gimbal where you can move it. You can trigger with your thumb, your forearm, whatever you want, whatever works for you. Just make sure you can pivot. You're still pretty ham-fisted with that thing, but if that's, you got to figure out how to use the tools. But for now, just more comfort is more important. Okay, you're getting aggressive right on that. Okay, so get it up where you can see your angle now. So how's your curve going here?
It's coming in really
Yeah.
nicely. Maybe still a touch high right here. You
And
can
you
feel
still
it.
see where you overcut, but see it's coming in.
Yeah.
But we don't want to make it real big. See, it's going to be.
We're close, right?
We don't want to be cutting it all the way down to here.
Right.
So just lightly bring it in. You should be able to start feeling it. So anyway, start spreading it out a little bit. Your hump's not as bad as it was. You need to cut more of an angle to get that blended a little bit more, but
Okay.
not too much. You're doing pretty good. So I can tell by the angle you hold stuff where you're cutting. Slow down, put it back down. Okay, see all those digging marks you're doing? See these spiderweb marks right here you're doing?
Yeah.
You know it's from here down it's low, you know that, don't you?
Okay.
You're digging your cutter in here because you got the cutter, instead of being more flat like this, you're cutting like this.
Okay.
So
So
what's
you need
that
to bring
mean?
that angle
That
back.
means you're cutting on the ball in front instead of on
You
the
need to fit
side
on
here.
the back. Okay.
Where your cutter at.
You get more of it in there.
So, I didn't have any of these marks when I did it, remember?
Right.
So, take your felt tip, mark that whole area, and just take one little cut, come pull out. Just put a mark in there. Pick the angle you want to be at, and make a small, just barely cuss it, just barely kid it, and pull it out. And let's see what the actual angle you're cutting out is. So, pick the angle, touch it, pull back out. Okay, are you cutting where you wanted to or somewhere else?
I am cutting where I want to right now.
Okay, right
Touch
on
right
the edge.
there.
Okay. So that's how you tell where exactly you're doing it at. So you still cutting where you want to?
Yep. Just kind of taking right here.
No, when you get better at it, you'll actually see the color cut and change in aluminum. You can tell. When you rub your finger across a dull this line, you come back, you hit again, it's shiny. You can see the slight shift in color. You can tell what you're cutting. Okay, now get down toward the bottom of the port because you got quite a bit on top already. So, down this area here. You got this. You've been working this area here. Let's get down and blend the bottom a little bit too.
Okay.
If you want to hold the head at different angles. Don't cut over there. That's a different port. We don't care about here.
Oh, okay. This angle in. Okay.
This is the other port. We're on this side.
Okay.
What are you cutting over here for? Because you're a totally wrong angle for that port.
Okay.
You're cutting that
Because
corner.
that needs to. Okay.
When you come up with this angle over here, you're cutting the whole corner away.
Okay.
We don't want to be cutting anything over there. See this thing right here?
Yep.
You don't want to be cutting that either. See, look over here. Did I cut anything over there?
Nope.
Why didn't I cut there?
So you want to leave that hump
Because it's the valve guide thing.
Right.
We're cutting this port.
Okay. So
These-
kind of think of this as a line in and this is a line in. You're trying to make
it's
two
a line in the
valves.
road. Don't cut in the middle.
Okay.
And don't cut at this angle over here because that cuts that whole corner away. If you cut too much, you cut the valve seal away. See, I didn't even cut at all. I'm
Right.
nowhere near that edge over there when I'm cutting. When I'm
Right.
cutting like this,
Right.
I'm nowhere near that thing over there. Same on this one. I'm cutting this one. See, I'm not cutting over here.
Okay.
Look at the angle. I'm not even close. I'm a half a finger away. There's no way I can cut over there.
Right.
You're cutting over there. You cut the whole damn side of it because you're not holding your angle.
You need to be over here.
Here's your angle. How'd you cut way over there? Look at that.
Right.
That's way over there. Shouldn't be over there.
Do more of an angle like this.
And if you're not sure the angle to hold it at, stick your finger on the front of the and touch this at the front. Hold it. Hold the felt tip down. Yeah, just put pressure right here in the center. Let go. Okay, that's the angle your cutter's at. Should be
Okay,
at.
right.
That's not the angle you're at. You're a lot steeper. You're trying to make that a straight line, see?
Right.
So the line is, it gets lower the further in you go, see? See the angle change?
Mm-hmm.
Look at it from my angle over here. Come over here. See how it changes as you go in further?
Right.
Okay, you're cutting like this.
Okay.
Well, we're not trying to cut that angle. We're trying to cut more angle down over here. We're trying to blend it. Remember, you're trying to blend all the way over here, way deep in the port.
So I'm just
You're
trying to-
concentrating on digging that sharp edge right there.
So we're just trying to take a little material right here at the moment for this
You're
end.
trying to cut the angle here at the angle you want to be at, not like this angle, which you keep doing.
Right.
Now you do have to blend it, but that's a blend. It's low there. I'm not trying to make the whole port low. So if you're not sure it is, just put the cutter like I did in there. Put it in there, feel it, find the spot where the angle you want to be at. If you want to be at that
Now I have to
angle.
be careful because I don't want to take any material in here,
I
right?
didn't tell you to cut it. I told you to put it in here, find the angle you want to be at, pull the cutter out and cut at that angle.
Okay. Okay.
Don't be only going a half inch, find the lowest spot, which is way up here, and
Right.
cut at that angle, bring it back to the angle you want to be at, flow. No, the air is not going to flow down like that and go like that. It's going to follow straight in.
Okay.
It's taking the long route. It's like an airplane, it's a turn. You notice how you stick it all the way in like that, it digs in? I don't know why you stuck this all the way in here and then hit the trigger. Why'd you do that way in there? See, now you're cutting the port out because you're getting a little bit too flat, but
Okay.
see how that got
Yep,
real thin there?
yep.
So you got a little more angle than what you did, but so you got to play with it a little bit. So you don't always go to what that low spot is. If there's a low spot, leave it. See how this low spot is in there?
Right.
See, I didn't even cut to it.
Yep.
My angle's going, I'm concentrating way up in there. See, I'm going from here to here. I bypassed that whole center part. You're trying to make it follow the center part, the low spot. Okay. So, you change your angle a little bit. Go up a little bit higher. Right like this here a little bit. Try that.
Let me take this.
Don't cut no more here.
Okay.
off over here, what you're doing. You know, don't dig in. So you're not digging in right now because there's nothing new down there. That's good. So blend it a little bit more like that. You're doing good. See, the more you go from here to here, the cutter's making a big change because the port's at an angle like this. That's why you have to change your height here to follow the port. The further over you get to that side,
Mm-hmm.
when you come this way, you got to
Come a little
flatten it
steeper.
down. It changes. Don't go that steep. Okay, when you get it close, then stop cutting on that side. Change the angle a little bit. Get back to your hump area a little bit. So you can feel the hump right there. It's side to side hump, not in and out.
Oh yeah, right there. Okay.
Yeah, that's that hump that was in there before. You gotta get back on that and work on it some more. Good enough.
Okay. Oh yeah.
There you go. See, the bad spots you have to stay pretty concentrated, but the problem with concentration is you're cutting valleys. So you gotta you gotta cut what you want and then spread out a little bit. That way you're always blending. You're always trying to blend. Better?
A lot better, yeah.
Yeah, that's real nice now. Okay, now you get rid of that heavy cutter you got, drop back to your fine one. Do a lot more in and out, moving, higher speed, more angles.
Okay. Just kind of a blend here.
You're trying to blend. You're trying to blend all the different angles. A lot of movement, but keep the speed down. Go up there. Why are you up there? That's the other port. You're concentrating on the sidewall, not top or bottom. It's hard to cut when you're on the side. Turn the head around so you're cutting on that part if you want to cut it. Don't cut on the side. I just told you, don't do that. It's hard to do that. Turn the damn head. See how much easier it is now? Now you come in here.
Okay.
You keep trying to cut over here for some reason. So look at all that cut marks you got there. So come in here, blend that area. Don't
Okay.
worry about over here because we're not over there. Don't worry
Okay.
about over here. We're not over here. See the angle difference?
Yep.
See, these are all different angles. You're at this spot here.
Okay.
It's at a different angle. Every spot you grind is at a different angle.
Okay.
And when you're going around the port, that's why you're moving this cutter like this. If you watch me do it, I was moving this cutter a lot.
Right.
Because
Okay.
this angle, this angle, this angle, it's the same angle, but the grinder's not the same angle.
Right.
The port is not the same, but it's not an even, you know, it's a three-dimensional thing. There's a lot of this, like a big funnel you're trying to do at different angles. But you're not straight on the funnel, you're skewed off, you know. Don't go off the edge.
I want to do that.
No, that's too far out. Let's see your lowest speed so it didn't do any damage. If you did that with this one here, that would have left a trail all the way down the whole side. Could be a hair short with that, can't it?
Yeah.
It's a jaw slow, but it's close. Happy with that for now?
How you feel? Yeah, I do like that.
It's 90% better than it was. So now let's flip it around the other way and work on the other side.